Good morning, everyone. I'm Kavin and I am from first MA Philosophy. Today I am going to present in the problem of evil and theodicies. It comes under the subject of philosophy of religion. So, this one. Theodicies. Yes. So, first I will give the meanings of these terms separately. First, the problem of evil and theodicies. First, the philosophical problem is based on these three beliefs. First, we come to the problem of God is omnipotent, all powerful. God is omnibenevolent, perfectly good. Evil exists in the world. In these three statements, we have a problem which philosophers argue that these three cannot exist together without contradiction. Like, if God is omnipotent, the evil should not be exist. If God is omnibenevolent, the evil should not be exist. If three is there, how can a evil can be exist? That's the problem here. So, for example, if God is good, he wants to remove evil, right? If God is powerful, then he can remove evil. So then, but evil still exists. So what's the problem between these three? And another thing, these three statements, this God is omnipotent and God is omnibenevolent is a biblical statement. So that there arises this problem. Why is the evil is still in this world? Therefore, philosophers ask: is God unwilling or unable to prevent evil? Types of evil: moral evil and natural evil. Evil caused by human actions is moral evil. For example, murder, terrorism, war, and corruption. Natural evil caused by natural events like example earthquakes, flood, disease, and tsunamis. So, before we should understand the evil, right? So evil has different point of view. Like we can take a Rubik cube. So one from other side it can be evil, and this side it can be good. For example, we can take staffs teaching classes regularly. So one sir will be there, he will take classes regularly, he will not take one day absent something. But in student's point of view, he may be a what is this? He is taking classes without any breaks. We might feel, but on sir's point of view, his only thing is he need to give his knowledge to the students. So each things have different point of views. So on seeing these evils, let's take a single point of view. We keep the yellow. Then we shall understand the meaning of theodicy. This term theodicy was introduced by Gottfried Wilhelm Leibniz. What he says is that it is a philosophical attempt to defend God's goodness and justice despite the existence of evil. What this means, right? There is an existence of evil, but even though he is defending the God's goodness and his justice. So, purpose of theodicy is to explain why God allows evil, to show that evil may have a purpose, to defend belief in a good and powerful God. In these theodicies, we are seeing three important theodicies. One is Augustinian theodicy, Iranian theodicy, and process theodicy. I will explain each one separately in a clear manner. First, Augustinian theodicy. It is developed by Augustine of Hippo. What he says is that evil is not created by God. It's the result from the misuse of human free will. Main claims was that God created the world perfect and good. Evil is the absence of good. Humans introduced evil through disobedience. This idea is connected to the biblical story of fall. What he says is that, let's take an example of this university and the classroom. The management provides basic things like chairs, tables. They gave the smart boards, they gave the fans. Everything is in a perfect and good order. But we students, if we are not attending class, we are not using it properly. That's the absence of everything is good. Management gives everything. Let's consider management as a God. God gave everything. It's perfect, it's good. But we humans, we are misusing it. We are not coming to the class. We are not using this infrastructures properly and efficiently. So there comes the evil. So what he says is, it's like evil as a prevention. Evil is not nothing like a physical thing or physical creature. Not like that. It's like simply the absence corruption of good. Example: Let's take darkness. It's absence of light, and cold. It's absence of heat. Similarly, evil is absence of goodness. It's a evil. Free will defense is like God gave humans freedom of choice. Without freedom, humans could not truly love or obey God. But freedom also allows the possibility of evil actions. God is not controlling us. He is letting us free. So while He is letting us free, that creates some problems, and that arises as a evil. Next thing is Iranian theodicy. It was proposed by Irenaeus, and later it was developed by John Nick. In this theodicical statement, humans were not created perfect, but capable of development. He says this one as the world is a soul-making environment. Like suffering and challenges helps human develop moral strength. It gives compassion. It develops courage. It gives them spiritual maturity. According to this theory, evil is necessary for moral and spiritual development. What he says is that, for example, if the world had no danger or suffering, courage would not exist, kindness would not develop, sacrifice would be meaningless. Like if there should be some opposite things, so to show the sacrifice to meaningless. If I'm dying for this country, I should have some meaning, like terrorist attacks like that. So soldiers dying. So it creates that meaningful for the death. Like courage. If I don't have any evil cases, I can't face the thing. So while I'm facing the evil, I'm named as courage. He has a courage like that. Therefore, difficult situations helps human grow morally. Next one is process theodicy. It is influenced by Alfred North Whitehead and Charles Hodgson. God does not control everything in this universe. Instead, God influences the world through persuasion rather than force. Therefore, natural processes operate independently. Evil results from freedom in the universe. God suffers in the world but cannot fully prevent evil. What in this theodicy, what this states is, God is not controlling everything in this universe. He is just influencing us to be good. And if something happens bad, God is just helping us to get rid of from this event, and we are just developing from that. So that's the statement here. Natural processes operate independently. Everything happens independently. We are independent here. We are doing some mistakes. We are actually something doing. But God just, if I'm getting some knowledge from good people, I'm just influencing that. I will be good and I will be doing good. So like that, evil results from freedom in the universe. So God's also here. God's also suffering with, but God helps us to recover from that event or that bad thing. So conclusion is that the problem of evil challenges the traditional beliefs in all-powerful and perfectly good God. Like I'm just concluding this, whatever the statements we saw. Augustine theodicy explains evil through human free will. Iranian theodicy views suffering as a process of moral and spiritual development. Process theodicy suggests that God does not control the universe completely. So these theories shows that the existence of evil does not necessarily disprove God, but rather invites deeper reflection on human freedom, moral growth, and nature of divine power. So ultimately, the power of evil remains one of the most profound philosophical questions, encouraging humanity to seek meaning, responsibility, and compassion in the face of suffering. These three theodicies just defend the God's goodness and justice in spite of evil existence. Even though the evil existence, God is there, but with some valid reasons for the existence of evil. Thank you.